Do this and you will double your account in less than 11 minutes. Of course, the only instruments that are capable of doing so are the boom and crash instruments, and that is what we're going to be analyzing in this video. Fortunately enough, I shared the signal in the free group, so click the link in description on the YouTube videos to head to the group. That is if you haven't joined. Head over to my YouTube channel to watch more complete videos by clicking this link if you're watching this on TikTok, this link if you're watching this on Facebook, or just type prime_fx on YouTube if the links don't work. Let's get this video to over 200 likes. It helps spread this content to other people who deserve it. So, quick backstory: the client gave me the account at 30 USD, then I flipped it to 300 USD using Boom 300 index, where I entered and exited there, and we made about 80 USD with this trade. So it placed our account at 110 USD, and then from 110 I flipped it to 381 USD with this crash 1000 index sell, which plummeted heavily, as you can see. So in this video we'll be starting with the 381 USD and literally doubling it in less than 11 minutes with crash 500 index. Now that you are all caught up, let's get to the tutorial. So the account here is at 381 USD, and let's go to the crash 500 charts. And immediately when we go to the crash 500 charts, I started placing the sell orders like at market execution. And the reason I was entering, if you've been watching my videos, you might actually get the reason why I was entering. I want you to take a moment right now and maybe pause on different time frames, the daily, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, and then try to figure out, before I cover the analysis, try to figure out why I was entering the sales right there. So of course, for the tutorial I had to block the sell orders so that they won't interfere with what I wanted to show you guys. So on the daily, there's a stop hunt. There's a stop hunt right there, and I think I covered this trade before. After that stop hunt, what price did was to wipe that low, and then it went or returned back inside the swings. So it broke structure, and then after it broke structure there, what did it do? It returned to an OB. Which OB, you ask? We're on the daily chart, so it returned to a daily order block. This daily order block propelled price to break structure above that high. Now notice something: after it broke that high on your left, there's also another high which was broken. So there's a break of structure as well there. And after it broke structure, what it did was to hit the daily bearish order block, which then forced price to return to an OB. So it broke structure above that high, hit the OB, and forced price to return. So this is a basic reversal pattern. We're in a major sell, and then it just died, break of structure, and then now it has to continue. So price missed that daily bullish order block. It missed, you get me? It did not hit. Look at that, it missed it by a few pips. So that immediate rebalance has to sort of force price to move back down. You see the immediate balance that I highlighted there? That immediate rebalance, it has to force price to move back down to the daily order block or somewhere, and then it continues moving up in its intended direction, like the reversal. Right now we're in a reversal. So when you move to the 4 hour, I think we're done with the daily. Is there anything I need to cover? Nah. So when you move to the 4 hour, you can notice how price went up, and now it hit that. There's a zone right now where it's reacting, so I think it's going to come back, maybe swoop that while it hit the daily OB and then shoot up. So currently we're in a 4 hour order block. Now that order block is also after the fair value gap. So price filled the fair value gap, and then it hit the 4 hour OB. You can see, I don't know, choose the words. It's after the 4-hour OB or at the 4-hour OB, or yeah. So on your left, you can see there is also a 4-hour breaker block which price has hit. So that zone right there, it's pretty strong. The daily immediate rebalance, 4-hour OB, and 4-hour breaker block as well. Sheesh, it's really strong point. That's why I wanted to sell at that point. Now, to add to the confluence, check that 4-hour. If we drag our Fibonacci, and you can see the premium and discount there. When we stretch and mark out the mean threshold or the halfway point of the premium, we can see that price went to hit there. And why else did it react there is because it's the 30-minute order block. You see, these things are just stacking up on top of each other as to why it's really important to sell there, or why price was reacting exactly at that point. So check what price was doing. It was breaking structure, another break of structure. It was breaking structure, creating higher highs and higher lows, break of structure there again, and then it hit that level of ours, the strong one, to break structure again on that low. But this time it was now reversing. So high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, and then break of structure, return to OB. Now it has to shoot down to grab liquidity below those lows. Check out the channel. Check out that channel. So let me mark out the channel properly so that you guys can see it. It's so noticeable. It's super noticeable. There's a channel right there, and what price did was it broke out, retested the channel, the trend line, and then it shot down. So there is that 15-minute OB that price hit. Now, without even like showing you guys anything, right now you guys can see that price has to head down for the sell side liquidity. That, like, after it hit the 15-minute OB, price has to head for that sell side liquidity. I don't know if I explained it properly, but I think this trade is way more obvious. And before I even finish explaining this trade, we were already in massive profits from the entries we did beginning of the video. You get me? So yeah, we've doubled the account. We've almost doubled the account in less than, I don't know how many minutes, less than 11 minutes. I decided to write 11 minutes because I thought it was catchy. So the re-entry, it's simple. I think I came back to make the analysis after a few minutes. So check out that imbalance. Price made sure it fell down and then it closed below there, so it created an imbalance. The way price moved there, it left out, or there was too much selling pressure. It happens in crash 500, of course, because they always spike down, so they're bound to create an imbalance, and price has to go back to fair the price, to fair in. So there's also a 30-minute OB there, which after it hit, price has to continue shooting down. And there's also an imbalance, as you can see in that 5-minute chart. So after price fills in the imbalance, it has to shoot down. So I started placing my sell limits right there because it was a good place to place my sell limits. And I placed a lot. I placed a lot of sell limits, and then you're gonna have to see what happens afterwards. Now check this out. Before I even finish highlighting the stuff where I thought price was going to also go above the initial entries wipe and then shoot down. But before I finish analyzing the re-entry, look at how price spiked down. You see the spike there? It just made me give up. I was like, it's done. I can't, I don't think I'm able to re-enter again. And I did not even max out initially. That's why I wanted a re-entry. I didn't max out, I didn't go hard on it. So yeah, I missed out on a larger amount of money. So yeah, afterwards you can see it kept on spiking down. It did not return to our sell limits, the second entry or the re-entry, and it just kept on spiking down. Here I think we're about 400 and something, close to 500 USD profits, and yeah, we're in some large sum amount of profit. And then afterwards it kept on spiking like way it kept on plummeting down, and by now we were at 1,000. We had reached 1,000 USD, and yeah, stupid enough I wanted to hold the price. I knew price was going to react there. I knew perfectly well that price was going to react there, but I just thought price has to keep on shooting down, or at least reach for that other zone below. But nah, price wasn't having it. It decided to react heavily at that point. And here I was talking to my client, and he agreed to close at that level. So here I was trying to close, and I don't know what Deriv was doing. He didn't want to execute, he didn't want to close, so I ended up closing at 381 at 400 and something USD profits. And yeah, this is how to double your account. Yeah, at the end of the day I doubled the account, not in 11 minutes though, but we ended up doubling the account, and he withdrew the 700 and something, and there's the profit split and everything. Thank you for watching this video.